welcome back, guys. I haven't done this in a while, and I figured I'd bring it back for 2017 and see what happens. So today I'm going to tell the story about how I got my first ticket, and it was a long time ago, and ever since then I've kind of calmed down when it comes to doing stupid stuff on the road. The story starts off, I'm 15, and I lived in New Jersey at the time, South Jersey in particular, and, oh, hold on, man, I hate that. So, I was in New Jersey at the time, and I was 15, I got my moped permit. So, a moped, if you don't know, is basically like a motorcycle and a bike put together, and it had like 5 brake horsepower, no, not even 5 brake horsepower, I think it had like 1.5 brake horsepower, it had 1 cylinder, 1 spark plug, 1 spark plug wire, and I think the max speed, or the max power output you could get out of it was like 40 or 50 miles an hour if you were lucky. So, I got a bright yellow Tomos LX, and I was just so happy to get it. I never thought I would get a moped at that age, but my dad hooked me up once again, and we went on Craigslist and we were searching for something, and he wanted me to get something that was really, really bright, something that would stand out in the street. So, you know, just in case somebody couldn't see me, you know, the bright color they would see. So we go there, we pick up the bike, and basically it was nice, but it didn't run. So we had to take it to this place called Mini Trail Bikes. I forget where exactly it is, but it's called Mini Trail Bikes. If you live in Jersey, you can go there and check it out yourself if you want a moped. But they fixed up the bike and it was running, and I had a running moped at that time. So I went to the DMV, got my permit, and I had to take the written test. So I took the written test and I failed, which was not smart, because that ever since I failed, that's kind of like where this story kind of goes downhill. Everything is fine before that. So I failed the written test, and all my other friends have mopeds, and some have the Street Mate, some have the Revival, some have the Sprint. There's a bunch of models for the mopeds. So one day, one of my friends asked me, "Hey, do you want to go out riding?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not? You know, I've never ridden on the street yet." And mind you, you know, I failed my written test, so I didn't have a legal permit at the time, and I didn't tell him that, and I probably should have, because he probably wouldn't let me ride with him. But we go out anyway, and we're just cruising in the local neighborhood, and we drive by a cop. I don't have tags on this thing or anything. I'm unlicensed, unregistered, uninsured, everything. I'm just driving a moped on the street. And we pass by this cop, and he waves to the cop. He just waves to her, and she waves back. I didn't even know. Like, he tells me this after the fact. I had no idea we passed the cop. So we pass the cop, and, you know, all is normal. So we're driving around, and then we race on this long straightaway. So we're racing, and I like slowly pull on him. I'm all happy because I'm winning the race and everything. It was a great day. It was a really great day. It's my first day ever on the road, driving on the street at that age. 15 years old on the street. It's really, really young to be driving on your own. So, long story short, as we're coming back home, pulling into the development, and my friend at the time, his name was Pierre, he basically said, "Hey, you want to see something funny?" So I was like, "Sure, why not?" So we're driving down, and he takes both of his hands off the handlebars and starts doing some dance like this. And I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, I don't understand how that's so funny." And as he's doing that, we passed the same cop. She was sitting somewhere else, and we passed the same cop again. And this time, I guess she saw the back of my bike, and she saw I didn't have a plate. So sure enough, you know, she turns on her sirens, and my heart just kind of like, I think my heart skipped a beat when I saw those lights come on. I was like, oh shit. I am and ever since then, like, I was just confused. I'm like, how did this happen? How could I let this happen? So she pulls us over. She was like, is there any reason why you had your both hands off the handlebars? And he was just saying, oh, I was just playing around, I was just joking. And then she basically lectured him on what he was doing wrong, and basically to never do it again. And then she gets to me. So she asked me, can I see your permit or your license and registration? And I'm just like, I don't have it. And basically, ever since then, she's like, okay, well, since you don't have that, I'm gonna have to tow your bike unless somebody picks it up for you. And I'm like, seriously? I live right down the street, why can't I just walk it? Like, I literally was like, I don't know why cops do this, but cops always find a way to pull you over when you're like 5 seconds away from your house. Like, I even showed her, I think my permit, my written test, my failed written test permit, and she was just like, still, I don't know if you're gonna get back on this thing and ride it home, so you can't ride it to your house. And I'm just like, well, I can call my dad or my mom, and they can come get it. She's like, okay, do that. So my mom doesn't answer, and I'm just like, well, crap. Okay, so what do I do here? So I really didn't want to call my dad because he's the one who obviously paid for it. So I was really sketched out about telling him. And I ended up calling him. I'm like, I answered the phone. I called them, and the first thing I said was, hi, Dad. There's somebody who wants to talk to you. And he's like, okay, put him on. And she said, I don't know why she talked like this, but she was just like, hi, my name is so-and-so from the so-and-so police department. And I'm just like, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Now he's going to think that I, did something really dumb. Like, you're making him think that something seriously is about to go down. Like, a police officer's on the line. Like, it was awful. So she basically told him, and then she put me back on the line with my dad. And my dad was just like, you know you screwed up, right? And I was just like, yeah, I know. So basically, she lets me walk the bike back home. And I think she followed us back home. But she let me walk it back. And I was just so sad. Like, just like, wow, I really did this. She gave me 2 tickets, by the way. She gave me an unlicensed and unregistered ticket. Now, she dropped the uninsured ticket because she said that was a lot of money. So I really appreciate that. But, still, those are some serious tickets. And I looked up online, like, unlicensed, unregistered, uninsured, like driving a car completely, like, in the dark. And it said that you get arrested, like, you get arrested for that. So when I was researching online, I was crying because I thought I was gonna get arrested or something. I was young, I didn't know. So I was just like bawling, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to go to jail, no. And basically, she gave me my court date. I went to court, and when I got there, this is really weird though, that they can just do this in court. So I went to court, and they call up my name, I stand up, my dad's there right next to me, and he's like, how do you plead? And I'm like, guilty. And he's like, okay, well, the officer wrote the tickets wrong, so we're all gonna get a nice laugh out of this, so I don't know how to charge you. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get off scot-free. Nah, I'm not getting off scot-free. So just some random, like, court official in the background standing behind the judge was just like, yeah, I was reading online, I think it said something like $100 or so. And he's like, sounds good to me, $100, click. And I was just like, why did you open your mouth? Like, why would you say that? So my dad had to pay $160 some. Sorry, Dad. I was young and stupid. But yeah, that was kind of like it. I got my permit eventually, and I drove the bike for about another 8 to 9 months, and then I bought my Integra, and then I sold that, and that was the end of the moped scene, or the moped craze. So, long story short, never drive a car unlicensed, unregistered, and uninsured, because if you were driving a car, things could have been a lot worse. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.